So I recently just graduated high school, and I thought I would talk a little about that college application process, even though I got rejected from every top school. I'm only kidding, of course, because I didn't apply to them. Going 0 for 0 is better than going 0 for 10 in my book. So the first step of your college application actually starts in elementary school, and besides being placed in an accelerated math class, there's actually a lot more to it. So the next step of your schooling is middle school. This is where you try and develop something called interests, and not just things your parents want you to do. But if you're looking for a shortcut, you can always pick up bassoon or lacrosse. This is because no one actually plays these things, and it's much easier to stand out. For example, I played piano for 12 years, and it barely ended up in my extracurricular list. But if I played the harp for 12 years, I'd probably be playing in the top orchestra in the country while attending Harvard. Instead, I'm going to a state school and can be replaced by a random 4-year-old boy who can play piano better than any master. So after middle school, we get to something called high school. Your classes start to appear on something called a transcript. It's the thing that colleges see when they decide if they want you or not. What's crazy is 100 years ago, simply graduating was enough to get you into Harvard. But now, taking 20 APs and getting a 1600 on your SAT would barely get you into your local community college. When I was in high school, I took 18 APs, scored a 1560, and was the president of a few clubs. If your school doesn't offer APs, take classes at your local community college, or switch schools. If your school doesn't offer clubs, make your own, or switch schools. In the summer, you want to make colleges think you're busy. Personally, I would find an internship or attend summer camps, but if you really want to go the extra mile, you can go to Africa for 2 weeks and just call it a service trip. They can't tell the difference. Up until your senior year, you should try and find your passion and what you want to do in life. It's important to note that these are not the same thing. In high school, I discovered video editing and built my application on being a smart STEM kid that wanted to do a communications major. In reality, I had one clip go viral and made my whole application about it. So now you may be asking, I'm a senior and I'm taking the hardest classes, but what's next? Well, unless you're dirt poor or paying $50,000 a year for a college counselor, the next step is actually applying to college. And the first step is making your school list. So after you've made a list of schools you're happy with, the next step is making your extracurricular list. Make sure to overstate the amount of hours you do in each and your position. Just remember that you're not lying, you're simply exaggerating. It's also important to note that putting member or any honor society tells your college that you have nothing else. Instead, you should have just found a non-profit. Finally, with essays, there's not much more to it other than to say to spend time on them. Just note that the more abstract words there are in your essays, the higher chance of you getting rejected. So you finally submit your application, and after you reflect on everything you messed up, your main goal is to now graduate, and as you look forward to grad parties and drinking with your friends, I personally want to know because I don't get invited to them. God damn it. There's always another way to get into college. Personally, if I could try high school again, I would just get recruited. It'll save you time.